80% of population in UAE is still living on rent. There's huge potential of people buying property and moving to their own house. When you are working for an organization and you are selling some services or product, you have to prove that your service or your product is the best for the client, whether it is or it is not.
So any person right now, I feel that personally, I'm not able to sell that product which I don't trust and I use. You are good at food, you don't go and sell electronics.
Investing on right time at right point on different kind of asset class will create your wealth. So property is one of the biggest asset class in your wealth building tool.
In UAE, how much percentage of people who are investing in Dubai real estate are into mortgages?
Mortgage buyer are approximately 70% in UAE right now. Year old, dedication and patience is missing.
You will only trust me when you see me growing. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. I hope you guys are doing well and having a great time. So, today we have a very special guest. We have Mr. Raj Prasad on the podcast. And today we are going to speak about mortgage, finance, and banking in UAE. And Raj has an experience of 20 years in UAE in banking sector, and we shall speak a lot about finance and mortgages and a bit about real estate. So welcome to Be Honest podcast with your host Junaid Yushudi. Raj, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you, Junaid. Thank you for your invitation. Thank you very much.
So Raj, before starting our podcast, before diving deep into the conversation, I want to know a bit about you, your journey, and where you come from.
So Junaid, I'm Indian. I belong to Delhi, born in Delhi and born brought up in Delhi, studied in Delhi itself. And now I'm in UAE for last 20 years. I have been working for different banks in UAE. I have worked for ABN AMRO Bank, Stanchart, Mashreq, National Bank of Abu Dhabi, FAB. Back home in India, I have worked for the Citibank and Kotak Mahindra Bank.
Wow.
So almost more than 20 years journey in banks, and now last 5 years I'm running a mortgage consultancy company in Dubai. This is Money Maestro mortgage consultancy company. So we call it, we are UAE Home Finance Guide.
Wow, that's good. So, in total, you have 25 years of experience in this sector.
Approximately, yes.
That's very nice. We have lots of insights of 25 years of learning.
Yeah.
So, Raj, I want to know since you mentioned about working in India as well as UAE, I guess as we spoke, 25 years,
Yes.
it's back in 2000 to 2025.
Approximately, yes.
So, how was the banking system in India in 2000s?
See, those days things are very much different, completely manual thing. Now things have evolved a lot. There's still a lot of huge potential for further growth. But you can't compare now past with the present, because 20 years before in India, there were a lot of manual thing, basic things we used to work, basic calculation system, lending criteria was completely different. Now things are changing, things are improving, things are making easy worldwide right now.
How about Dubai at that time?
Dubai, post-COVID and pre-COVID, things have improved a lot, because in terms of banking and finance, things are getting automatic online. We can do work from anywhere without without having a physical meeting on the client side. We hardly meet 30% client monthly. 70% business we close completely online without meeting a single visit. Yes, though it's very important to speak to client, we meet them online, but yes, physical meetings are not required anymore.
Got it. We will speak a bit about mortgage on a later part. I want to know the technicalities, what happens here. So, in the banking system, you are here from 2005,
Yes.
correct? So, there have been a huge shift in the technology and the UAE as whole country.
Correct, yes.
Okay, we have seen like 2005, I guess UAE was very new to the world.
I have seen Burj Khalifa growing in front of me.
Of course, yeah. So UAE, how was finance sector at that time in UAE, and what were the regulations which was not there, which is there right now?
See, basic lending criteria of the stakeholders were always there. Like central bank was always strong with the banks to keep the major control and the checks on the banking lending things. It was always there. Yeah, things are improving based on that present market situation. Before recession, after recession, things have evolved.
Can you tell me the milestone from 2005 to 2025? What have you seen the changes in?
See, major milestone was the recession in 2008. That has changed the market completely, because before 2008, before that recession time, lending was completely open. Bank used to give finance 95%. You take multiple finance. It was very easy. But post recession, things have changed completely. Though they have different lending criteria, different parameters, and major checks after some sanction by US and UN on certain countries. So we have learned a lot after that also. And then we have seen the market shift, because in 2008 when market was going crazy, there was a halt for some time. And personally, I have seen 3 market cycles from 2008 to 2025. So we have seen how things are growing, coming down, coming up. And when market going down, it should not be a negative word, because it gives a new opportunity to new home buyer, a new investor. Because everybody cannot enter the market all the time. So some people, they wait for right time, they see the right opportunity. So very many things we have learned.
What's the attitude of UAE towards recession or any time like a COVID and recession? And you mentioned like 3 market shift which happened. So what was the attitude of UAE as a government and banking sector?
See, UAE has very interesting concept, because they are very resilient to this kind of situation. And COVID, the way they have managed in UAE, what you can say, a charismatic way they have managed the situation. Things were completely under control, properly governed by the government. There was no stress on people to accommodate their livelihood or working atmosphere. Where we have seen banking turning very fast into digital mode. Dubai Land Department and other government body had turned digital very fast immediately. Moment they realized in the first quarter of, I think, 2020, when COVID lockdown was first new word for entire world. No one knew what is the lockdown meaning. No one has listened this word earlier in the past. When it came in picture, the government had taken steps very fast, quickly, to accommodate all government payment system, land department, different government bodies, developers, property transfer system. In 1 month time, whatever transaction was stopped, they have created a new method to process the things.
Was the banking system ready or finance sector ready for that?
It was not ready, because no one knew what is the COVID and what will be the lockdown. No one had ever dreamt. It was kind of world war situation for
Yeah.
entire world.
Yeah, for education system, we see like classes from physical classes, it turned online.
Online classes, yes.
Right? So within a week, they got an idea, okay, let's do online classes. So what was the digital shift which you saw at that time?
The important thing was the digitalization in the documentation, because all the manual work which you used to do in the past, making up physical files, taking by hand different department, everything was turned into digital mode. We used to collect document by online, do online verification, submit file online by email. All email file will move from different department. It saved time, it saved energy, and it gave new vision to all the finance companies and banks, how to do the outsourcing in a better way, to reduce cost and increase profitability. So actually, COVID has shown a new path to the world.
I mean, that's something which I always think about. If COVID didn't have happened, where would the world be? Because we saw a huge shift in literally everything.
Exactly.
Be it like our. Sometimes it might be bad as well when it comes to young people. Like we were more into mobiles, all time scrolling, food, and we didn't
Everything
have.
has some pros and cons. So you have to identify the positive things and explore it further.
Of course, yeah. Like physical fitness and everything. At that time, we couldn't focus. But education, fintech, and other things, it have impacted a lot.
Yes.
Okay. So I want to go a bit further and I want to speak about fintech. So
Yeah.
that's a new term. I maybe that might be old for you from couple of long time, but what's happening in the banking system with regards to technology? You mentioned about digital documentation and everything. That's one part. So there are new terms like blockchain, AI technology, and lots of new things coming into the banking system.
See, banking is upgrading every year. Every year we are seeing something new is happening in the system. New technologies coming in the system. Especially when I belong to lending side of the bank, retail banking. In lending itself, there are a lot of technologies wherein we will see how banks are processing the application, how they are reading the papers, There is no manual reading further required from the bank employees. They have software to read your document. They have software to do the initial assessment, to create assessment memos for the credit department. They can read your credit reports. There are software to verify the client profile, your credit worthiness, your past checks. Even they have software to check your background worldwide. So they would know who you are, what was your past background, what was your financial hygiene, what kind of financial behavior you have. So we have all the software. Initial there it was intellectual property on person's brain based on their experience. Now when there are machine, they can read your document, they can tell your character to everyone.
The process which used to take days can be done in weeks.
That is happening,
in
yeah.
Hours.
Correct. It is happening basically what process which used to take 1 week before. Now things are happening in same day.
Okay, let's move a bit more forward and we will speak about your entrepreneurial journey and we will speak mortgages.
Sure.
That's the main topic which you are here for. So, how did your journey start? Like, you started back in 2020.
2020 is in India.
Yeah.
No, sorry. In India, I started in 2000.
Okay.
In UAE, started in 2005.
Mm-hmm.
In 2020, I started Money Maestro as an entrepreneur.
Mm-hmm.
So in 2020, I became self-employed by running my own consultancy company.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it was the different shift of my career.
Okay, so what was the mindset that time? I guess you had around 15 years of experience, in total 20 years of experience.
By then, yes.
So what was your mindset? Okay, I worked for 20 years for multiple banks, which was well known in the country, in India as well as UAE.
Yeah.
So why did you feel that you should start your own company?
See, what happened when you are working for an organization and you are selling some services or product, you have to prove that your service or your product is the best for the client.
Yes.
Whether it is or it is not. You have to prove, otherwise you're not in the business anymore. But that's what I realized, because maybe I have better option for the client if it is not from my bank, maybe from different options. So that's how this structure came in my mind. So why not to become associated with all the banks simultaneously and start selling all the product under one roof. So this is an advantage for the client as well and for me also. Because as and when I have a client and inquiry, based on my assessment and suitability questionnaire with the client, I can tell him what is the best solution for you and which bank is most suitable for you. And not just giving you an idea or an option. We help client on end-to-end their journey in UAE. So the day you think of buying property in UAE, from that day onward until property transferred in your name, we have control and knowledge and experience to complete your transaction and ensure that you have smooth home finance journey in UAE.
Got it. But you mentioned a very good point here. You understand your products. You can sell only those products where you trust in them.
Yes.
Correct? So, any person right now, I feel that personally, I'm not able to sell that product which I don't trust and I use.
Correct. How you will sell if you don't trust yourself? What kind of examples you'll give to client? What kind of testimonial you can bring for the client? So that's why we don't sell what we have. We sell what you need, what you deserve.
True.
And we have to ensure that our product is more suitable for you, more fruitful for you in your financial requirements.
And that comes for all the domains, be it any field, be it real estate, fintech, technology,
Definitely,
or
yes.
anything.
You have to serve what client need.
Yes. And we like, that's why I always say people, you believe your passion, you know what you're good at and sell those things.
Correct.
Okay. If you're good at food, you don't go and sell electronics.
Correct. If you have passion in your podcasting and marketing business, of course you can excel in this. You have to become wonderful.
Yeah, but that's where the young people are making mistakes, and you are working with young people as well.
Yes.
So, what's the thing which you see in young people? How do you see young people growing? And we have a huge gap, right?
Yes.
Even me and you. So, what's the thing which you see? What's the hunger you see in young people in today's
See,
time?
what I see missing in today's, we call it Gen Z, in the young people. Kids, I say kids to them, 20, 22-year-old. Dedication and patience is missing. Everybody wants result as soon as possible. They have certain expectation from their career and their life, but they are missing on guidance. They are missing on patience and missing on discipline. So 3 things I always tell all the young people in my organization also, we have 8 young people in my India office. Dedication, discipline, and clear intent. It has to be there if you want to grow in your career. See, money and financial rewards are always secondary. It's a byproduct of your qualities. So you have to develop your quality and skill and demonstrate your values first to your employer. Money will follow you automatically.
But does that come over time, or you need to imbibe them while working?
It will come over time. So for patience you have to have, and everything will come over time.
I always ask a question to me, like I see people who are 40, 45 with a huge net worth, and I think I'm 23 right now. What point of life I think I will reach to that point? What could be the turning point of my life? Because I am in this phase and this is my thing, which is my circle. By 40, if I do the same, if I be on the same level, can I reach on that level?
But what is the benchmark of that level? If you are comparing yourself with one millionaire, maybe he had net worth of, let's say, $10 million.
Net
Is
worth.
that a benchmark for you?
Maybe.
Maybe your benchmark will shift after 1 year to $20 million or $100 million.
Yes.
Then after 5 years, your benchmark will shift again.
Yes.
So the benchmark of money or net worth is a wrong concept.
Okay.
You need to understand what you are adding, what kind of values you are adding in your business to your clients, what you are learning from your client and what you're learning every day, how you're upgrading yourself, what kind of new version you're creating day by day in yourself. Money should not be the parameter. Money is not permanent. If you have certain amount today, you cannot guarantee it will be there with you for next year or no. It can become half, it can become triple. So what you need to work on networking, work on good testimonial, work on positive feedback and good name in the market. Then money will come automatically.
Basically, branding and building portfolio.
Yes.
Okay, you mentioned 3 things about Gen Zs, but I come from Gen Z background. I will tell you what's our mindset.
Yeah, tell me.
So basically, what we want is flexibility. Okay, it's an era of internet technology. We see lots of things online and we expect a lot. As you mentioned, expectation are too high.
Yeah.
Right? So second thing is we want rewards along with growth. Okay. So I always have this concept and I tell
But you missed one thing, unfortunately. Same thing you missed as always. Did you focus on what kind of value you are creating for your employer associates?
Yeah, so I'm coming there. So I always tell my people who I work, why will you trust me? You will only trust me when you see me growing. Okay, when for example you are there and a Gen Z, I see you and I see you growing. I love to work with you because you are growing, and being with you I can also grow.
Correct.
So that's the thing which we are looking for. Along with that, we want a friendly exposure. So it's just like we want to be around situation. We don't feel like we are doing work. We are having fun while working, and that can only happen when you are following your passion.
Following a passion is very important. You have to follow your passion. Whatever you want to do that and excel as much as you can do that. If you are shifting your passion from one point to other point because of some other reason, then you are in dilemma always. So being in dilemma will take you nowhere. It can take you, but very slow.
Yeah. In short, it's the direction which Gen Z is looking for growth.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's about Gen Z. Moving a bit forward about mortgages.
Yeah.
Can you tell me what exactly in mortgage, in a very simple word, when a person who is watching is hearing for the first time what is mortgage?
See, mortgage means when you want to buy a property or any asset in any country. So you need bank financial assistance to purchase that asset. That is called mortgage. If you want to buy a property, you need a bank finance. So it's a property finance. Mortgage. If you want to buy a car, you need a bank finance. It's a car loan, car finance. If you want to buy any other assets or equipment for your business, it's equipment finance. So my company, we work in 2 main domain: real estate finance in UAE. So anything which is related to UAE property finance, that we cater. Second, trade and working capital in UAE. So any large corporate who have 50 million dirham or above turnover, and they need any kind of working capital finance, we can cater to them. So in nutshell, you want to buy property, we will help you to identify the right product for you. Because as a know nothing customer, how do you know which bank is most suitable for you? How do you decide what kind of financing product is more suitable for you? So that's what we help client based on their based on the understanding and assessment. We help them.
Okay, so you build a bridge between people who are looking to buy real estate or any kind of things and the banks.
Correct. We are a associate between the buyer and the bank.
Okay, what happens if any customers goes directly to the bank?
It is possible and they can try. We are not saying that your bank is not suitable for you. But do you have a capacity or do you have data points to qualify your bank is suitable for you in terms of pricing, terms and condition, lending criteria, securities? How do you know that? If you're a financing professional, if you're a banker, of course you can do that. But 99% people are not in that position. And do you have time to compare different 20 banks in the market? What is research base? And what kind of comparison you can do that? Because pricing is not the only parameter. There are multiple different criteria which we need to see. You need to see the exit penalty, which property they are financing, loan to value ratio, your repayment capacity, many more.
Okay, but that's one factor. And what's the worst thing that can happen if people go directly to bank?
What will be worst? It is not like something which is worst, but time is the value. You can waste your time. Maybe you will not find something which is really suitable for you in terms of pricing and cost. You may end up buying something costly.
Exactly.
You may end up getting different kind of difficult loan terms which were not suitable for all the buyers. Some repayment conditions, prepayment plans, early settlement, loan to value ratio. There are different criteria
Okay.
which you need to understand, because when you're buying a property, first of all you need to understand what all these terms meanings.
Yeah.
When you are signing an agreement, do you really think everybody reading each and every word in the agreement? Wherever you are signing 70 to 100 pages signatures in one agreement, do you think you have capacity to understand each and every line?
No.
So you need somebody who can do hand holding and take you through the entire process and make you aware. And apart from that, the more important thing is not that your bank or which bank. The thing is, when you're buying a property and when you're taking a loan, you are dealing with approximately 7 to 8 parties. You have to face them, because property dealing is not between buyer and seller. There's buyer's broker and seller's broker. Buyer bank, seller's bank, land department, trustee offices, sometimes some lawyers. So how many parties are involved in one transaction? So as a know nothing buyer, do you think you can handle all those people? Because everybody has their own self-interest. Everybody want to sell you something. Everybody want to take some fees or money from you. Who can represent you to all these parties during your transaction? And one wrong signature, one wrong commitment can land you in some trouble or financial obligations.
Yeah. So I think one thing is legalities,
Yes.
and second thing is you might end up paying more.
Yes. And the process and the time.
Yeah. So that's one of the factor, but the main issue for what I feel is like this: both legalities you might pay more,
Yes.
and legalities.
Correct.
Right? But people right now, there are many things. For example, let's say I want to buy a property today. Okay, and I come with you and say that, Raj, I want to buy this property. Can you help me? So what would be the process?
Yeah. So the day you think of buying a property, you are approaching mortgage consultancy company. First of all, we need to understand who you are, why you're buying this property, what is your requirement, what is your budget, what is your down payment arrangement, what is your monthly repayment capacity, what are your existing obligations you already have. You might have some car loan, personal loan, many credit card, some other financial commitments. What will be future requirement? Today you're buying a one bedroom apartment, maybe you'll be getting married soon, or you're already married, you will have extended family, you will have a parents. If you have to increase your your family will increase definitely in future, but you cannot increase your property size.
Yeah.
You cannot push the walls. So why don't you plan something for 5 years ahead right now? Maybe you can restructure your finance little bit. You can fine tune your numbers little bit, and you can plan something which can fulfill your future requirement down the line after 4 5 years. So based on all these assessments, we guide them what kind of property you should buy, which area you can buy. We are not involved in property sale purchase basically, but we can definitely assist you in guiding you. Okay, in your range, based on your requirement, you can buy in which town, which district, what should be your down payment arrangement today on itself, what should be your monthly repayment capacity in case of any kind of financial stress in future, unforeseen circumstances. Would you be in position to service your obligations? We need to understand. So that's how we guide client to make them aware when they are signing an agreement with a seller and multiple parties, because your brokers will be also involved in the agreement. You have to give them a financial commitment immediately. You have to give them a 10% deposit check upfront. What kind of conditions are there? How to secure yourself? How to secure your benefits, your rights when you're signing an agreement? So we have to make you aware of all the conditions and take you through all terms and conditions.
Okay, so basically you are telling that if I want to buy a property and I go with a bank for mortgage or anything, so you tell me, okay, Junaid, this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, you have the options. And right now, what you will tell me is, okay, I suggest you go with the first one, which is good, fifth one, which is good, seventh one, which is good.
Yes.
Okay, so once that's done, okay, right now you help people make the right decision, which will save tons of money, time, and legality.
Correct.
Okay.
And once we have mutually agreed on some options, one bank or two bank, maybe more than two banks, then from that day until you have got the keys in your hand, there's a multiple steps. First is mortgage pre-approval, then property valuation, then verifying your property document, seller's document, getting you pre-approval to final approval, then loan booking, loan dispersal, getting checks issued from the bank, property transfer appointments. During all the steps, there are multiple requirements from your side. So you have to know at what stage you have to pay to whom, how much you have to pay. You should not be overcharged somewhere, because everybody wants you to pay. But this is really applicable for you, because tomorrow seller would want you also pay on his behalf also. We have seen these conditions, because when property transfer at that stage, seller is required to pay his past service charges.
True.
He is supposed to pay for the transfer NOC from developer, which buyer do not know. But sometimes they say, no, you have to pay this thing. You have to pay all whatever charges.
You know, the interesting part about society is everyone is here to make money.
Exactly.
And there is some or other way people are waiting for you. Okay, you will come here. I will make sure you buy this. Okay. So I understood this one factor. So what can go wrong if I'm not able to pay that amount? So what can happen?
You're not able to pay which amount?
The mortgage amount.
Monthly installment.
Monthly installment.
See, when you are borrowing from the bank, first of all, this is your financial obligation and commitment. You have to pay. If there is a financial stress in future, unforeseen circumstances, when you cannot pay for certain period, you must report to your bank. Take a payment holiday. Some bank offer 1 month holiday, some bank offer 3 month holiday. Still, if you can't pay, tell them to restructure your monthly obligation for some period. You can pay at least EMI, but do not miss the payment. Do not skip your payment without informing bank.
Okay.
You should never skip your payment. You should not spoil your credit report, because today you are borrowing for one property. Tomorrow you would need further banking assistance for different requirements. You should not mess up with your banks or any financial institution, not only in UAE. Wherever you are living, you are listening this podcast from any part of the world, never mess up the financial providers.
Okay. So that is one factor for what I have understood. Right now, there might be a situation like job loss
Yes.
or health issue.
Yeah.
So what would be the situation?
See, in job loss, if you are living in UAE, and if you were living on rented house, what you will do in the case of job loss?
No option.
No option. You have to pay rent. You can take some favor to delay the payment, right?
Yes.
Same thing you can do with the bank.
Mhm.
In case of job loss, you can report to the bank, inform them. They will give you payment holiday for some period, some time,
Got it.
2 months or 3 months. Because eventually you have to find job if you're living in UAE.
True.
And if you're leaving the UAE permanently,
Mhm.
still there is no problem. You can put your property on rent. Your rent can service your obligation.
Okay, so that's one good part. Okay, one interesting idea for what I got is with regards to people who are renting apartment here
Yeah.
and buying an apartment. Okay, as I mentioned that
Yeah.
if I want to, instead of going for rent, if I take an apartment right now, that's a good option. But why people are not doing it?
People are still not aware the feasibility of mortgage. They are insecure. They are uncertain about the future. They are uncertain about the property market. And sometimes people still feel safe to save the money and buy one piece of land in their home country. For example, if I compare, a rental yield in India is approximately 1% versus mortgage rate in India is approximately 8.5 to 9%. So you're in deficit. Versus if you compare in UAE, the rental yield is between 7 to 8% very conservatively, and bank lending rate, interest rate, is approximately 4 to 5, 4.5%. So you are at profit of 4%, which compounds on your loan repayment every year. Plus, you get the capital appreciation of the property. If you're buying a property, let's say 1 million dirham, you are paying 200,000 as advance payment. Your property will not be 1 million dirham for whole life, right?
Yes.
After 5 years, if property become, let's say conservatively 1.2 million also, so whatever you paid 200,000, it has become double.
True.
Automatically. Your rent has paid your obligation. And if you see the number, bank EMI is generally 60 to 70% of your rental value. So you are saving your rent also.
True.
So you have to do the complete mathematics and understand how things are working in your favor, because you are creating your assets in down the line 7 to 10 years.
What happens if a person dies? So what would be the situation at that
Good
time?
question. See, all the mortgage are always insured. Insurance is a mandatory component for any kind of borrowing. Something happened to the borrower, insurance company is obliged to pay to the bank of entire loan outstanding, and your property is transferred to your legal heirs. So with this way, you are creating another safety tool for your family. And if something happened to the property, you can say natural calamity, earthquake, flood, tsunami, anything happens. In that case also, property is also covered completely. So insurance company is obliged to pay to bank the entire loan outstanding, and remaining portion of your insurance paid to you. So you're creating some safety net for your future also.
Okay, that comes hand in hand, the insurance.
Yes.
Okay, for example, let's say that I buy a property of 1 million in
Yeah.
UAE, and the down payment was around 2 lakhs.
200,000, yes.
Yeah, 2 lakhs.
Yeah.
And I paid another 2 lakhs as an mortgage fee, monthly installment. Okay, and 4 lakh is done in total. After 4 lakh, suppose I think that I die. Okay, 6 lakh is remaining, so that will be covered by insurance.
Yes. Any point of time, even after first day of loan disbursal, till the last installment date, any point of time, something happened to the borrower, wherein borrower is not physically present anymore, or he is not able to work, permanent total disability. In case of accident, borrower is alive, but he cannot work because he is completely disabled. So everything is covered by insurance company.
That is a very nice idea. I mean, that's one thing. That's for end users for what we spoke. Let's
Yeah.
speak from an investor point of view. Suppose I have 1 million dirham.
Yeah.
Okay, I want to buy 4 properties of 1 million dirham. That will be 4 millions in total. So instead of me buying in a full payment, what I would do is I will give the down payment of 4 units.
This is called leverage. You can use the leverage tool here of the banking financial system and create additional assets. So what happened if you have 1 million dirham available right now, you could buy only one property. But if you split this 1 million into 3 portion or 2 portion and let bank contribute the remaining deficit, you can buy 3 properties. Your rent will pay to the bank's installment and you are owner of 3 property today. Capital appreciation, instead of 1 property, now getting on 3 property. Or anyways, your loan is repaid by the insurance. Your loan is repaid by the rent.
Yes.
So loan is coming down every year. Your loan, whatever loan you're borrowing today, it will not be same after 5 years. It will become 80% or 70% of that. So that is also capital coming in your pocket.
True. Like as an investor, there are hundreds of opportunities for you to make money.
Yes.
Okay, but you need to know the right direction and right way.
See what happened when you talk about borrowing or when you talk about mortgage, it comes with a negative term because you have to pay interest. But you need to understand mortgage is a fun tool to enter into a financial investment. You can use it as a tool, take leverage and invest in the financial real estate finance and create your asset. Because not only in UAE, anywhere in the world, people create wealth only through assets investment, not by saving from the salary or business. It's investing on right time at right point on different kind of asset class will create your wealth. The property is one of the biggest asset class in your wealth building tool. If you see your in hometown also, people who have the biggest piece of land are called Jamindar today, right?
Yes. Okay. So can you tell me like 3 pros and cons for mortgages in UAE?
See, first I'll tell about the mortgage pros. It is a tool to invest into real estate. It is saving your money, not only in terms of capital appreciation in the property, whatever rent you are burning every month or annual basis, it is not coming back to your pocket. Down the line, if you compare 5 year or 10 year, but in mortgage, you are recovering your rent back. Second thing, whatever you are paying in your loan every year as installment, your loan coming down and down and down. With your insurance component as well, because you have a safety net, because no one can guarantee anybody's life, right? May God everybody give long life, but who knows? So you have one safety net for your family. So these are the advantages. Disadvantages, only thing which people see which stops them from the buying property, upfront down payment which they need to arrange, because you have to contribute something from your side when you approach bank for the borrowing. At least 20% down payment. That is a challenge for the buyer. Uncertainty. People think something happened to my job or something happened to the country, economy, what will happen? But this is not a problem, because anything happen. If you're living in the country, you need a house, whether it's a borrowed or it's a rented.
Yes.
You cannot live without house with the family. So why not live in your own house? At least you don't have to fight with your landlord every year to reduce reduce the rent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so every field has some pros and cons in overall, in let's say in a macro level. So what are the shading that happens in this industry?
I don't think something is shared in this industry. Industry is very transparent, very much open. We are under the Dubai Land Department guidelines, under RERA license. We are under Economic Department license. We have central bank is a stakeholder for all the banks. Banks are not selling any kind of product based on their wish or their book capacity. There are stakeholder guidelines by Dubai Land Department, Central Bank, DAFC, Economic Department. According to under all the guidelines and the stakeholders' permissions, bank have to design a product, whether it's Islamic finance or conventional mortgage, and then we are still. So in this part of the world, at least you cannot go do any kind of shady thing. You have to be transparent. You have to be honest, and only you can grow your business.
True. I mean, that's one of the things which everyone knows. Like everyone say that there is whatever we do for a with a good
intent. Yes.
Yes, right. So you mentioned about Islamic finance as well. So
Yes.
I want to put some aspect on that
Definitely,
as well. With regards to Islamic finance, how mortgages is helping with that options.
I'll tell you. See, people come with their belief, and as you know, in Sharia, it's paying interest or taking interest is prohibited. So there are financial tools available by the banks and some financial institution as well, wherein you can opt for a Islamic financing property finance. So what happened in Islamic finance? You are not borrowing money to buy property. Bank is buying property, and banks are giving the property to you on long-term lease. So bank are the owner, and you are paying bank a rent, which is a kind of profit for the bank. And after a certain period of time, as per the mutually agreed terms and condition on your financing agreement, property is transferred back to your name in a nominal cost. So this is called ijara based finance. So it's a long term lease. So you are not paying interest to the bank. Bank is collecting only rent and profit from you to use that property. And after that your lease is over, property transferred to your name.
So how long does the process be? Like, what would be the duration of any mortgage?
A mortgage process takes approximately 4 to 6 weeks to complete one transaction end to end. If everything is smooth, your documents are clear, you have seen the property, you are ready to go immediately to find that to buy the property, we can complete transaction in 6 weeks approximately.
Okay, what about, so if I buying a property right now,
Okay.
and my installment starts today, and till what, how many years it's
The
supposed
loan
to go?
tenure. The
Yes.
loan tenure. See, loan tenure is available up to 25 years, or your maximum age should not be more than 65 if you are a salaried person, or 70 if you are a business owner. So, for example, if you are 23 today, in any case, you can go for 25 years mortgage. You have to pay back your loan in 25 years to the bank. But if somebody is 50-year-old today, he will not get 25 years. He will get 15 year only if he is a salaried person, or 20 year if he is a self-employed person. So loan cannot cross your certain age, but maximum loan can be up to 25 years. So whichever is lower.
Okay. So how can a young individual who is in 20s, early or late 20s, can make money in this world with the help of mortgage?
Start early. Start early. Start saving. Start investing. Make good credit bureau report, because that is a lifeline when you are in this country now. In the financial system, you cannot do any kind of compromise with your financial history. If it is there, it is going to give you a very stressed time in your banking services, because without banking services you cannot operate a life anymore, because you need digital payment system, you need online systems, you need to pay your fine, or online parking ticket, everything online, right? So you need banking support with that. But if you're messing up with the banks, you will be in nightmare.
I mean, that's the only problem which young people are not understanding, or we are not well aware of, that we shouldn't mess with banks, we shouldn't mess with any financial activities, what's happening around.
Yes.
Okay, like be it loan, mortgage, or anything which
Any
are-
financial product, basically, not
Yes.
only about the property finance.
Yes,
In
anything.
any case, you need banking right now. Without banking, you cannot operate any your life. It will be very difficult for you. Not possible, actually.
True. Okay, there is one new thing. I don't know if it's new or old. Buy now, pay later. So what do you have to say about it?
See, there are some developers, they are giving you option where you can buy a property, book a property. You have to pay certain portion of the property price during the handover period, and remaining portion you can pay in 2 year, 3 year post handover payment plan. But what happens when developer is giving you post handover payment plan, because they have made a building, they have to sell building to recover their money and pay back to their contractors, right? But when money is coming 2-3 year, they have to add some profit on top of it, and you have to pay back in 3 or 5 year maximum the post handover payment plans. Versus you could have gone to the bank mortgage, pay them in advance everything, and repay that loan to the bank maybe in 20-25 years. So with this way, your monthly obligation will be very less, less financially stress, because something which you have to pay in 3 years, you can pay in 20 years, right? So you have less burden monthly.
So what you are telling is, when you buy from developer in payment plans, the price of buying property would be high compared to the mortgage.
It will not be same, definitely, yes, because they have to add some profit. Because we have personally experiences, whenever there was some payment plan and buyer want to take bank mortgage and pay back to developer everything upfront, they can claim some discount, and they're getting discounts.
Yeah. Okay. So Raj, I want to know that there are many developers in the market who gives, if you pay 100% at start, you get like 15% discount. So what's the process behind it and how mortgage is different?
See, if you are going for a post-handover payment plan, definitely cost will not be same. There will be higher cost. Versus, you can get a bank mortgage, pay everything in advance to developer, and you can claim some discount. Benefit for you is when you're paying to the bank in longer period, you have less financial stress on your monthly repayment. Versus, which you have to pay in 3 year time to developer, then your monthly obligation will be very high. Difficult for you to service that kind of commitment. At the same time, bank is giving you opportunity on the market rate. You can pay in a longer period.
Got it. Oh, that's actually nice. So, Raj, what types of mortgages is available in the market right now?
See, when we talk about mortgage is not only about buying property because people think buying property is on the mortgage. What about the people who already have a mortgage since last many years and they are paying interest to bank? They have opportunity to restructure their mortgage from different bank. You want to exit from your bank and onboard to different bank due to many reasons like maybe pricing or service issue. You want to make some lump sum payment. You have a property but you did not take mortgage that time.
Yeah.
Today you can take loan against that property and use it for further investments in properties. You want to extend your property, you want to upgrade your property, you can take mortgage for that also. So there are different type of mortgage available, not only for the purchase, not only pre-approval. It's called loan transfer, equity release, buyouts.
So, before coming to the last segment, I have one more question. So, for example, let's say I come in a financial crisis in the loan tenure, okay, and it's very evidable that this thing is happening currently. So I can speak to the bank and say, like, can we extend the structure or can we change the payment
They
plan?
can restructure your mortgage, they can reduce your monthly installment by increasing the period. You can make some bullet payment after 2-3 months. You can pay only interest component for 2-3 months to keep service your obligations.
So what's the process for that? What's the point which people need to know when they approach or when they get into such kind of
See,
situation?
that day you realize that you are having some difficulties in your financial commitments down the line after 3-4 months, immediately report to the bank, understand the process, apply for a payment holiday, apply for the short-term restructuring. Definitely, banks are not here for any kind of legal business. They want to support customers. They want to avoid litigation with the home buyers, and they will always be welcoming you because since you are approaching them proactively, so they all want to support you and help their home buyers.
Got it. That's a lot of thing to learn and about mortgages. So I want to come to the last segment where I want your opinion to give, like you give advice to people about mortgages and also about investment point of view. Why, how a person can diversify their portfolio in investment.
See, investment point of view, if you see property is a solid investment. It gives you a return in longer period. You should not be in hurry to make return from the property. If you're thinking property will give you profit in 1 year time, it's a misconception. You need to have patience and have holding capacity. Apart from the property investment, you must have solid insurance for you, and you can do some other SIPs. There are multiple products available right now in the market. But in terms of property, there's a two type of portfolio available: offline property and ready property. Ready property give you upfront benefit. Offline property can give you better profit, but in long term. But offline property comes with the risk also, because what about not timely handover, delivery qualities? Today you're buying something what you are seeing on paper. Tomorrow something builds up in front of your building which can damage your property valuation.
True.
So you are not sure. But in ready property, you can witness from your eyes immediately. You can start getting rent from second day onward. So maybe a little less comparatively, but it's safe.
Yeah, got it. How big is the market?
It's very huge. Approximately 20 billion dirham mortgage per month. 20 billion dirham approximately.
And how many people in UAE, how much percentage of people who are investing in Dubai real estate are into mortgages?
Mortgage buyer are approximately 70% in UAE right now out of all property transaction. And apart from the home buyer, there are other transactions like, as I said, loan restructurings, loan buyout. This also comes under mortgage. So it's a different ticket size.
I mean, for what I have understood right now, I see the hype of development, developers, projects, communities is too much.
It is there. You know why? Because Dubai is still a developing stage.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, we are 4 million population in UAE.
Mm-hmm.
Government trying to make it double in some point of time. And 80% of population in UAE is still living on rent. So there's huge potential of people buying property and moving to their own house. Because for how long you'll keep paying rent? The question is this. Every year you cannot do jig and gir with your landlord to reduce 2000 dirham rent.
True. I mean, that was a lot of insights to gain from you about mortgages, about real estate, and so many other things. Any final words, any final things which you have to say about?
See, yesterday was the best time. Today is the second best opportunity. Tomorrow you'll be late. Act fast.
Thank you, Raj, for being on the podcast. That was lovely speaking
Thank you,
to
Junaid. It was nice talking to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys, for watching this till end. Make sure you guys subscribe to TBH with JJ on YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And we shall come up with next episode very soon. And we shall thank Raj once again for being on the podcast. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.